I want to welcome you back to budgets, and we're going to start with the factory overhead budget. Last one I left off with the direct labor budget. I left it up here because we still need it. The information we have up here though is at the top, so we'll scroll back up here, and what we need is this information right here. The variable overhead is $13.50 per direct labor hour, and factory overhead is $69,200 per direct labor hour. So what we'll do here is we can actually bring in the $13.50, and that's the variable cost per direct labor hour. So we'll take that across, and over here we'll bring in the $69,200, and don't forget to absolute value it, and we'll take that one across. Okay. Now, for the direct labor hours, since it's based off direct labor hours, we want to bring in the $10,200. Don't forget to bring in the hours, not the cost. It makes a huge difference. Okay. This is the quarter total. And then this was also the quarter total if you want to just go ahead and sum that up. And then this one is the two added multiplied together. So if we do the round function, because we want to make sure everything comes out right, times $13.50, 0 decimals, and that gives us $137,700. We take that across, and that's our total variable cost. For the total overhead cost, we add the two together, the $137,700 plus the $69,200, and we do that all the way across. We add them up. Okay, that is our overhead. Now we have to do the finished goods inventory, the ending finished goods inventory. So we have to come up with a unit cost. Remember up above, I know I have it written there, but that was this information right here. So that's what we want there. So we have equal round, takes 0.75 pounds, and it's $8.50 per pound. And we'll go to 2 decimal places. So that's 638. And for the labor, we do the same thing. And it's 0.85 hours, because that's what we calculated here, is 51 minutes, times, we pay them $14 an hour. Again, 2 decimal places. Then for the overhead, again, it's equal the round, and it's 0.85 hours, and our rate was $13.50 per hour. 11:48. Now over here we have to come up with the cost per direct labor hour. So for the fixed overhead, well, the fixed overhead was $207,600 for the total for the quarter. And we want to divide that by the total labor of $39,927. And we'll carry that to 4 decimal places. Okay. So then we have equal the round, 0.85 times what we just calculated. Okay. Now, the reason why we had to do this over here, we have to find out what our fixed overhead is per hour. So to do that, it'd be nicer to do it for the year, but we didn't have that information. So we took the next best thing is what the totals that we have. So we have budgeted fixed overhead with a total of $207,600, and the labor hours was $30,927. So to get our rate, we divide the 2, and I just arbitrarily picked 4 decimal places. Okay, now we add these up. And this is our cost per unit. It's $35.47. Now we have to determine how many units did we have. Okay, we come up here in our production budget, right here, desired ending inventory for March 31st was $21,330. And our cost was down here, we just calculated it. Okay. And, oh, I got carried away there. 34, 2130. Our cost, I did this right there, 3547. So the totals then would equal round 2130 times 3547, comma 0 is 75,551 then. Okay. That is my ending finished goods inventory budget. So that's what we have there. So now the direct materials used. We come up here to our production budget, our direct material budget, and that's what we use, 234,915. Direct labor used is factory overhead, 432,978. Overhead is 625. Total is 1,293,008. Beginning finished goods. Well, we do the same type of thing there. We'll do the round. Then we'll come back up here to our production budget. We're going to assume that it hasn't changed any. So there's my beginning right there. Times, we'll assume it's the same cost just because we don't have anything else. Okay, 6542, which we would then, now this is goods available for sale. So we add those two together. Above the budgets we subtract them, but on this one we add them. Ending finished goods inventory, we just calculated as 75,000. We then subtract those off to get our cost of goods sold, which would be 1,282,899. So that's the cost of goods sold budget. Now with this, then you can also then go back and from this information you can do the income statement and the balance sheet based on what we have here. Okay, especially income statement, but we don't have that. So that concludes this part of the master budget. On the next one, we're going to do the cash budgets.